Hi ladies! I not very good at going live. I hit go live by accident when I was putting my phone up. Anyway, I wanted to show you in person our palettes. Most of our makeup looks as is in person, but our palettes have like a lot of shimmer in them, and it's hard to tell what it looks like just as it is. I think it's the only thing that's not true to form in pictures, so I wanted to give you my life story via palettes. So I joined Younique not too long ago, and when I got the presenter's kit, it came with palette number 4, which is this one. So this is blues and browns, and it has some shimmer, and it has some matte, and it has a little bit of everybody, a little bit of everything for everybody. But on the website, it looked blue, and I was really afraid of 80s blue eyeshadow. I already did it. It was not pretty. I didn't want to do it again. So before I bought the presenter's kit, I called my upline, and I'm like, Trisha. She's like, yes, Julie. And I'm like, Trisha, how much do you love me? And she's like, I love you so much, Julie. I said, Trisha, is there any way I can get a different palette in the presenter's kit, or do you know someone who will trade with me? And she's like, I don't know, let me find out. She's like, order the kit, I'll get back to you. Worst case scenario, she would trade it out herself and just buy it off of me, or buy me the new one, and we'd switch, because she's awesome. And that's what like the Y sisterhood does for you. But lo and behold, one of her other presenters, I think in like West Virginia, had the palette I wanted. And she's like, oh my god, I found someone to trade with you. She's like, alright, just mail it to her, she's gonna mail it to you. I got my presenter's kit. I didn't even open it. I'm an idiot. I totally should have opened it because it's gorgeous. But what I got in the mail shortly after my presenter's kit was palette number 5. And I fell in love with palette number 5. And palette number 5 is why I became a Younique presenter instead of just buying new mascara, because I wanted this palette and I needed new mascara, and it was $80 for the two of them together, and just for another $20 I could get so much more makeup. Our presenter's kits are stuffed with makeup. I'm going to talk about it later on in the party, but you can always poke around in the website if you have any questions or want to look at something I'm not demonstrating at the time. Let me know. I'll shoot you links to everything, because I'm bored and I love makeup, and I want to help you find stuff that you love too. So I got palette number 5, and this is called the Unicorn palette because it looks like this. Let's get some light on it. There we go. So you have purples and pinks and oranges and gold and silver. Silver's a lot of fun. Sometimes I like to start with the silver and then build on top of it, like people do with primer or with white pencil. And that is my husband's cameo in the background. So I got the 5, I switched out the 4, and I'm like, alright, I'm okay. And then I saw palette number 1. So I had to get palette number 1. And this is our nudes. So you have some browns and some tans and a little bit of shimmer, and again, more matte. So this is good. It looks good. It looks good on everybody, and it looks so good on everybody, Younique puts it in their presenter's kit. So I have 5 and 1. But then I saw somebody wearing this pink on their brow bone, and I'm like, oh my god, that's gorgeous. What are you wearing? I thought it was one of our splurge shadows. And she's like, oh, it's palette number 3. And I'm like, I have to get this. This is the pink. This looks amazing up on the brow bone, instead of like the usual highlight. It's just a little bit different. Pinks and purples is in palette number 3. It's good for date night. I haven't worn this one to school because I think the purples are too dark. I teach writing, and I don't want to look like the hooker, although maybe the students would pay attention more. So I'm up to 3, and there are 2 left, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna give 4 a shot. So I bought 4, and when I got it, I was so mad at myself that I didn't open it up, and I didn't realize that it was green and not blue. So that was just dumb. So I have all of the palettes except for number 2, and last month's kudos, or the kudos before, I believe, it came with, I think, mascara, an eyeliner, and a palette, and it was like $70. I'm like, alright, fine, I'll just get the second palette. And now I wish I got it sooner. I want to wear all of them. I need more eyes. So these are darker. You have grays and browns in this one. And I think I'm in the light. There we go. So again, you have some mattes and you have some shimmer. So that is the story of my life via palette. I hope you enjoyed my ridiculous nonsense. But in actual proper order, you have the palette number 1, which is the beautiful browns and nudes and comes in our presenter's kit. You have 2, which is actually a virgin palette. I have not touched it with brush nor finger. And this is our grays and tans. Sounds like a beer. Black and tan, gray and tan. Our next palette is number 3. I like to call this date night palette because of the pinks and purples. I always just think of romance. And now being a hooker because I think the purples are too dark for school. Number 4, I was afraid of crazy 80s. But it's beautiful teals and browns. Or teals and tans, I guess would sound better. And then my favorite, and one I also don't wear to school because it's just too much fun and I don't want my students to mistake me for a rock star, the unicorn palette. So there you have it, all 5, and the history of my makeup life. So have a great night, ladies. Ask me any questions you want, post them on the wall, post them in the comments, shoot me a message. That's it, that's all I got. Have a great night.